Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dolphins and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins.
Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Tua Tagovaila of the Dolphins, Russell Wilson of the Seahawks.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possession. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. Here's Reed. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, calling it the 26. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Wilson steps away to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Solid finish to the opening drive. Look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins ready to go to work on offense, led by their second-year quarterback out of Alabama. It's Tagovaila.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Tagovaila and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 21. From the gun, it's Tua. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And able to get this out to the 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. yards to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tua going to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
This is Gaskin on the carry, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Al Woods gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovaila. Eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Gaskin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovaila to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's complete into the hands of Carson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position.
Miami set to take over.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight ahead pursuit and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. Tua.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Tagovaila working out of the gun.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down.
Al Woods able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Pilardi, on to punt.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
On the return is Reed.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. Before tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah,
there.
didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
On third down, Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's taken down inside the red zone, past the Seattle 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, his second sack of the night.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on second and long. Tua going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Tagovaila.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. But they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, 26 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down at 4.
Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Jerome Baker able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Grant sets to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 25 on second down. Tua.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and how about the D jumped? Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Tagovaila are going to try and throw on third down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. L.J. Collier in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Here comes Reed.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now, getting set to go again. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. Incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Wilson. And that's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, and his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And
he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker unable to hang on, and it's second down.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Now Carter.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Ethan Carter.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. this again after the kick return TD. Here's yet another kickoff. The return man is Grant. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Comes the Miami offensive unit. Now they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Now Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And we all remember when Devontae Parker was drafted, a first-round pick out of Louisville, really hit his stride in 2019 with 1,200 yards. Numbers dipped a bit last year, but he can be a real dependable target for Tua Tagovaila.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Tagovaila to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Wilson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And out of bounds right around the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And the
whistle resulted in losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Here's Wilson. Able to shake him off. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Now it's Wilson. Able to get away. Shakes off the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Myers' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Second and 5.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Throwing is Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Grant sets to return it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tua going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Wilson to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Play action. It's Wilson.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah, his 2nd sack of the night.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Benardrick McKinney in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They're not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Tagovaila working out of the gun. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovaila. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Al Woods bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Here's Tagovaila to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Carlos Dunlap make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Oh, the return is Reed. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Tua. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Fuller.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Here's Tagovaila on 1st and 10. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again. Al Woods
make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. And this one is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks take back over. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Christian Wilkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Myers' kick is good, and that will give him a 12-point lead. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st down, Tagovaila. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
To try again after the sack. Tua, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. We will get another look at Seattle's offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he gets it down to the 32. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards and a 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's...
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Benson Mayowa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and long, he knew that he was going to throw it, but he just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Wilson.
He'll check that down to Carson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Tagovaila and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
At their own 15. Throwing now is Tagovaila.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Going to the air, Tagovaila. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, and now some space to operate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Jason Myers on for the field goal of 38 yards.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Past midfield, look out. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Let's just be frank. they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Tagovaila working out of the gun. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. After the sack on first down, Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.